Brain tumors do come in different types. As we discussed earlier, firstly, you have to look at the tumors which are arising from the brain. These are known as primary brain tumors. And then those cancers or tumors which are in the other part of the body, like a breast or a lung tumor or a bowel tumor, and they have spread through the bloodstream to the brain and they start growing in the brain. These are known as secondary brain tumors or brain metastases. The primary brain tumors, which arise from the brain, they almost never, and I would say almost never, spread to any other part of the body. So they usually stay in the brain and they grow in the brain. Some of them might go down to the spinal cord because the tissue of the spinal cord is very similar to the brain, so it's a similar soil for them to grow, similar environment, so they might go to spinal cord. We call them drop metastases. Again, they are very rare, but brain tumor spreading to the other parts of the body is almost unheard of. You can never say never, and I have come across some literature which has talked about extremely rare cases in which a brain tumor which has started in the brain has spread outside the brain. But as a general rule, that does not happen. Now, coming back to these primary brain tumors which start from the brain, which are born in the brain, bred in the brain, and they live in the brain. Among these tumors, you can have low-grade tumors and you can have high-grade tumors. The low-grade tumors act more like benign tumors, and the high-grade tumors have a rapid growth and they are more aggressive in nature. And of course, their response to treatment is also different and prognosis differs. So low-grade tumors could be observed under surveillance for a very long period of time, like the meningiomas or those which are similar to meningiomas, which arise from the lining, the membrane around the brain known as the meninges. The high-grade tumors are more aggressive, and among them the most aggressive, one of the most aggressive, is known as a glioblastoma multiforme. And the World Health Organization has divided them into grades, grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. The brain tumors are also divided and classified based on the type of cell that they're coming from. So there are different kinds of cells in the brain. Some are supportive tissue cells, some are the main neuron cells, and most of the tumors are arising from the supportive tissue of the brain. So depending on the type of cell they're coming from, they can have different names like oligodendroglioma or astrocytoma. But mostly when we look at the classification, we are looking at the grades. Nowadays, we also have the genetic mutations in the brain tumors, which are being studied and assessed and reported. And they are classified not just based on the type of cell they're coming from, also from the part of the brain they're coming from, what the grade of the tumor is, and what kind of mutations it has. And that gives us a comprehensive information about the tumor and what treatment it would benefit from and how effective the treatment is going to be.